In this video we'll be looking at the GC.P.S for Firefight. The GC.P.S are humans. That's it, bye bye for now. The GC.P.S are the human faction of the Warpath universe. They are made up of several smaller GC.P.S forces that are controlled by corporations. GPS stands for Global something Prosperity Sphere. Someone in the comments will tell me what it actually stands for. Just don't quote me on that. Global Counter Culture, I don't know. But they are your typical sci-fi human army. Lots of troops, some artillery pieces, some tanks or something thereof, and they're there to have a lot of bodies die and also to overwhelm the enemy with numbers, and also to have a few heavy support units just to take enemies down while their minor grunts get killed in their thousands. The thing with the GC.P.S is that they are drilled. So yes, you've got pretty weak troops, but their commanders will get them into shape pretty quickly. If you don't keep yourself in line, you are going to find yourself making sure the flowers grow in your new 6 foot below home, shall we say. So yeah, life in the GC.P.S is not the most pleasant, but it's what they've got. So starting with the orders on page 110. The first one is fire and manoeuvre for 1 command point. As long as at, I think that's supposed to be at, but it says as. Oh no, I've got it right. As a long action, the unit may advance, blaze away, then hit the dirt in that order, and you can boost it for 1 extra command point. In addition, the blaze away action requires a 7+ to hit instead of an 8+. That's not bad. I probably won't use the boosted version because I don't think the bonus it gives is really justified, to be honest. However, the basic thing isn't bad, to be honest. You get to move, try to press, and it's not just with trademark weapons, it's any weapon that can blaze away. I mean, that's usually trademark weapons, but you know what I mean. And then you can also hit the dirt, so you get a cover save, which it isn't bad, to be honest. It's not bad. I mean, yeah. 7s to hit rather than 8s. Yeah, that's not bad, but it's better than 8s, I'll grant you. But honestly, just doing the basic ones good enough, to be honest. That's just me. The next one is trigger happy for 2 command points. Recruits may not benefit from this order, or trademark weapons in the unit gain +1 dice each. I mean, I'll just look at recruits. You can have up to 10 recruits in a unit. They've got 1 dice each, so that'd be 20 dice, so that'd be 40 dice. They need 6 to hit for shooting. I don't see why recruits can't use that. I suppose narrative wise it makes sense, but gameplay wise I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's a pretty good order anyway. I know it's a bit expensive, but you're getting 10 dice for a unit of 10, 20 dice for a unit 10 using this order. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Next is benefit of the drills for 1 command point. Units with the vehicle or construct keywords may not benefit from this order. During a shoot or steady aim action, this unit may ignore an additional -1 hit modifier, boosted for +1 command point. In addition, During a shoot or steady aim action, the unit may use a shoot stat of 4. I can see a reason why you just use the basic or the boosted version. I mean, the basic one's pretty decent if your opponent's, say, got cover and stealthy. Say, for example, if you're trying to get rid of a pesky unit of snipers, this can be really effective. And if you boost it as well, you are going to really take down that unit of snipers. I mean, even going after enforcers, it is going to smart a bit, I think, that one. And it's not just trademark weapons, actually. It's any sort of weapon. So if a tank's in cover, I know it's not going to happen very often, but it might. Or if a Strider's in cover and such like that, or some other sort of thing, that's going to be really useful, I think. Next is amplified energy packs for 1 command point. Or trademark weapons in the unit add 6 to their range. That's not bad. You mean you get 24-inch range on rifles? No wrong with that. No wrong with that at all. Boosted for +1 command point. In addition, the unit's trademark weapons gain weight of fire too. So can you roll 2 dice that fail to hit? It's not bad. Oh, the weapons gain. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why they get weight of fire too, considering laser rifles have only got 1 dice. Yeah, I don't get that. Because the unit's trademark weapons gain weight of fire, not the unit gains weight of fire. So, yeah, don't know why that is. Unless it's been FAQ'd, because there is an FAQ out. But the basic one's not bad. Adding 6 to the range can always help. Always help. Next one is Old Faithfuls for 1 command point. Recruits may not benefit from this order. The unit may re-roll all failed rolls to hit with trademark weapons for any shoot or steady aim actions. That's alright. That's pretty decent. It basically makes the boosted version of the amplified energy packs absolutely pointless. Let's be honest. Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. It just gives you rerolls. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Battle Scarred for 1 command point is the final one. Recruits and units with vehicle keyword may not benefit from this order. This unit gains the elite keyword and adds +1 AP to its assault weapons. Now, does that mean it gains elite in close combat? I'm not sure that it does, but does it mean that? Boosted for +1 command point. In addition, the unit improves its AS assault stat by 1. Example from 5+ to 4+. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. It gives +1 AP in close combat. And if you use the boosted version, you get +1 to hit. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Actually, no, it's pretty decent. It does make them a fairly decent close combat unit, actually. Elite lets you reroll 1s. How this is worded, you could argue that elite works for both shooting and close combat. I think narrative wise I'd say that's how it works, but you could disagree with that. The amplified energy packs is probably the weakest order, to be honest. Yes, adding 6 to the range is good, but it's only trademark weapons, and there's other orders that can, I think, help out a bit more, to be honest. Best one I'd say is possibly Trigger Happy or Benefit the Drills is pretty good, and Fire Maneuver is really good, I think. Especially if you want to get near an objective, I think that'll help a fair bit. Next we have the troops, starting on page 110. First one is the Marines. Speed 612, shoot of 5, assault of 6, armour of 5, 1 health, nerve of 5, height of 2, unit strength 2, 90 points. Overwhelm 10 plus, so you need at least 10 models to get the extra unit strength for the objective purposes. Suppressive fire. You get 9 Marines and 1 Marine leader. They all start with the same weapons. Laser rifle, 18-inch range, 1 dice, Blazeway trademark, and their assault weaponry is assault, 1 dice. You can add up to an additional 5 Marines for 6 points each. That would be 120 points for 15. That's not bad. Actually, that makes Trigger Happy have 30 dice. That is really good, actually. That is really good for them. Up to 2 Marines may replace their laser rifles with one of the following. You can have Flamer for 10 points, which is 12-inch range, 2 dice, it burns. It's not bad, short range, but it burns weapons, always good. Or Grenade Launcher for 10 points. Range 18, 1 dice, AP 1, blast D4. So it's basically a laser rifle with AP and the chance to cause a fair few more wounds, which is not bad. I probably wouldn't go with Flamers on Marines only because you kind of want the range. Although if you combine the Flamers with the Battle Scarred command, it can prove really useful. But that's one way of looking at it. Personally, I won't put Flamers into a Marine unit, but I don't know, do what you want if you wish. Upgrade Marine Squad Leader to a Staff Sergeant. The unit gains weight to fire 1. For 5 points, doesn't really do anything else. Unit gains weight to fire 1. Reroll a dice that failed to hit for 5 points. You're going to find 5 points to spare somewhere, so why not? Why not? 0 to 1 Marine may upgrade it to a Comms Marine equipped with the same weaponry, so laser rifle and assault weaponry. Or you could give it to the Flame and the Grenade Launcher, possibly. The unit gains Inspiring Self and Advanced Training keyword for 10 points. Now, I'll just go to what advanced training means, because if I remember correctly, it is really good. Yeah, advanced training, page 44. The unit may use faction order even when outside of 12-inch of friendly command unit, or if all friendly command units have been destroyed. So, yeah, this, honestly, it's 10 points, and I would always take this. This means you can have your leader sitting on top of a building, just doing nothing whatsoever, just sitting back, and you can have your Marines just taking commands in like nobody's business. This means pretty much all their orders are going to be useful in some way or other if you've got a unit Marines. And honestly, yeah, I'd honestly take the comms unit. Inspiring Self is always good as well. If you fail a nerve test, you can re-roll them without being within 6 inches of commander. So that's always good. That's always good. Next is the Marine Heavy Weapons Team. Speed 612, shoot of 5, assault of 6, armor 5, 3 hit points, nerve of 5, height 2, unit strength 0, 60 points. Bulky targeting systems. So you get 2 heavy weapons teams, and each one can shoot at a different target. One's designated as the leader just because of how Firefight works, but basically they're the same. They've both got basic assault weaponry, which is 1 dice. I'd have thought it'd be 2 considering what it is, but whatever. And they've both got an autocannon, which is 24-inch range, 3 dice, AP 1, pinning, slow reload. Not a bad weapon. Probably not going to be doing much close combat, but pinning might be able to do it. And also, it means you've got a fair potential of making the enemy not be as effective for a turn. So, why not? You can replace either of the weapon teams as weapons with any of the following. A laser cannon for 15 points, 36-inch range, 3 dice, AP3, anti-tank slow reload. Basic anti-tank weapon, and it's got good range. So yeah, it's also got 3 dice, which is pretty decent. Missile launcher for 15 points. Range 36, 2 dice, AP2, anti-aircraft blast D4, slow reload. Yes, it's meant for anti-aircraft, but against medium infantry and most infantry, I don't think it's a bad weapon either to choose. Next is the mortar for 25 points. It's got 2 ammo types that you choose which one to fire each turn. Either shrapnel shells, which are range 6 to 24, 3 dice, blast D2, indirect ping, slow reload. Not bad at all. Plus with indirect weapons, you don't need line of sight. It helps if you do, but you don't necessarily need it. You hit on 7s, and if you do, it can be devastating. You've also got smoke shells, which are also range 6 to 24, 3 dice, indirect, slow reload, smoke. Gives you a bit of cover and defensive purposes, essentially. It's not bad. Honestly, all of the heavy weapon units are useful. The mortar's probably the least useful, only because it's kind of doing what the missile launcher and the autocannon is doing combined, just not as well as either. But you can shoot things and you don't need line of sight. You've got the option of that at least. And they've got 3 dice, so yeah, it's not like just fire 1 dice per heavy weapons team and that's it. You've got 3 dice, so if you take 2 mortars, that's what, 6 dice. Hitting on 7s, you're bound to hit at least once. Let's face it. You can add a drone for 20 points, a GC.P.S engineer, and you can only have 1 of these in your army because it's got a 1 in brackets. Unit gains shoot 4 and weapons lose the slow reload keyword. So basically you can move and shoot without penalty. And you shoot on 4s, which, yeah, for any of them is immense, to be honest. Heavy weapon team, no matter what game you play in, are always useful in a sci-fi human army. You always take at least 1 heavy weapon team, and Firefight is no different. Unlike a fair few sci-fi war games that have heavy weapon human teams, all of these have their uses, all of them. There's usually a case where there's only 1 or 2 options where you take the other 1 or 2 options is a bit useless, but all of these I can see use for them, to be honest. Plus you don't have to take both the same. You could have 1 as an anti-tank weapon, you could have 1 as a anti-aircraft weapon. You've got options. Plus there being troops, you can take multiples of them. Next we have the Mule transport. Speed 12-18, shoot of 5, assault of 6, armor 6, 4 hit points, nerve 5, height 4, unit strength 0, 45 points. Auxiliary capacity 6, evade vehicle wheeled. Comes with autocannon, which is 36-inch range, 3 dice, AP1 pinning. It's also got ramming, which is its melee attack, 2 dice, AP1. You can replace the autocannon with a laser cannon for 15 points, 24-inch range, 3 dice, AP3, anti-tank. Maybe it's fast, so if you want a fast, fairly cheap anti-tank unit, it's not a bad option. Auxiliary means you can't use this to unlock specialists, command and support, because it's mainly for transport capabilities. The Mule isn't bad. Being armor 6 means even light infantry can have a go at taking it down, but at 45 points it's just there to make things get to objectives quick. Your problem is you are limited on the types of unit you are taking. Unless a marine unit has been broken down by half, you can't put a unit of marines in. You can put a unit of veterans in. What else can you put in? You can put a unit of rangers in. What else have we got? Ranger snipers, you can put a unit of them in. Ranger tank hunters. You can put a medic in there if you want. You could put a medic in Ranger tank hunters. Yeah, could do that. Unit of riot troopers. Is there anything else you could possibly put in? You could put the commanders in. Yeah, you could do that. The Mule's reliable. It's cheap and reliable. That's kind of it, really. Next we have the Veterans. Speed 612, Shooter 4, Assault 5, Armour 5, 1 hit point, Nerve 4, Height 2, Unit Strength 2, 65 points. Controlled fire, Headstrong, Suppressive fire. You've got 4 veterans and 1 squad leader. They've all got the same weapons. 1 dice assault weapon and laser carbines, which are 18-inch range. 1 dice, blaze away, marksman, trademark. So actually, yeah, so a lot of the commands will work with laser carbines as well because they're trademark. Okay, it's got that for them. You can add up to an additional 5 veterans for 11 points each. So that's 55, that's 120 points for 10. You're shooting on 4s. You've got better, you've got better assault stat, and you've got better nerve value. So okay, and you've also got 2 options when you're being charged in close combat, and you've also got marksman for your weapon, your shooting weapon. So yeah, okay, you've got that for you. Up to 2 veterans may replace their weapons with one of the following: either a flamer for 10 points or a grenade launcher for 10 points. I've basically said what they mean. You can upgrade the squad leader to a staff sergeant, gain weight for fire 1 for 5 points. Probably not, to be honest. You can also upgrade one to a comms unit for 10 points, like the Marines. This is an auto include. Especially with a shooter 4, they're just an auto include. Any time you see a comms unit, just yes, just yes. Quite frankly, they're not a bad unit, but I wouldn't go all in on just using veterans. You only have a unit of 5 to begin with, and their armour isn't no better than Marines, or well, it's better than recruits, but it's no good better than Marines. So maybe take 1, maybe 2 units. Veterans, just don't go too hard on them, I'd say. Next we have the recruits. Speed 612, Shooter 6, Assault of 7, Armour 4, 1 hit point, Nerve 6, Height 2, Unit Strength 2, 70 points. You get 10 of them. They come with laser carbines. Okay, so the veterans have got slightly better laser. Hang on. Should they not say they come with laser? The recruits come with laser rifles, not carbines. I'm assuming the recruits are supposed to come with laser rifles, not carbines, because these have only got blaze away and trademark instead of blaze away, marksman, and trademark. Yeah, they're essentially laser rifles, just worded wrong. You can add up to additional 10 recruits for 4 points each, so that is 110 points for 20. Yes, you're shooting on 6s, but let's face it, a unit like this needs more DACA. And with 20 shots going off in your face, yeah, you're not telling me that's not going to hurt. Like the veterans, I won't go whole ham on recruits, mainly being they are so easy to take down. And with some weapons out there, it's not going to be that hard. But if you could have 1 or 2 units to target the enemy up with, it's not necessarily a bad option. Plus, if they're in a building or near an objective, that's near a building, then it can help them all out. Yeah, they are going to be more of an issue than you may think, I think. Finally, we have the Rangers. Speed 612, Shooter 4, Assault 5, Arm 5, 1 health, Nerve 4, Height 2, Unit Strength 2, 80 points. Anti-grav, Controlled Fire, Scout and Stealthy. So get a bit of a cover bonus there. Get a bit of a defensive bonus there. You get 5 of them. They come with proper laser carbines like the veterans do, and 1 dice assault weapons. You can add up to additional 5 Rangers for 15 points each. So that is 155 points for 10. Okay. You've got Scout, Stealthy and Anti-Grav and a pretty good shoot value. That's why they're fairly expensive. Yeah. A bit expensive, but I can see why. You can replace one ranger's laser carbine with either a flamer for 10 points, grenade launcher for 10 points, or a sniper rifle for 10 points, which is 36-inch range, 1 dice, AP2, sniper scope, targeting systems. So you can have a sniper targeting someone else if you want. It's alright. It's alright. You can only have one, so choose carefully. The flamer might not be a bad option. Reason being is they've got scout, so you can get closer a lot quicker. Other than that, the sniper I think is a pretty good option. The grenade launcher ain't a bad option for these either. They're not a bad unit at all. They are expensive for your troops, but they are the best troops you've got. So the specialists on page 113, starting with the veteran monocycles. Speed 12, speed 12-18, shooter 4, assault 5, armor 5, 2 health, nerve 4, height 2, unit strength 2, 40 points. Bulky, control fire, evade, scout and wield. You get a leader and a monocycle, so you get 2. Comes with a laser rifle and basic assault weapons. These laser rifles have got marksman on, not just blazeweight and trademark. So basically they're the laser carbines but with a different name. Why not? You can add up to 4 for 18 points each, so that is 36, 72, that is 112 points for 6. It's not bad, it's a good harassment unit. They're fast. They've got a chance to suppress, I guess. Shoot on 4s though, actually. Oh yeah, because they're veterans. They're a good harassment unit. They're not going to be there to go into close combat or shoot down a whole horde of enemies, but to just pepper the enemy and just narrow them down, or to maybe take the odd objective. They're not bad. They're not bad. Next we have the Ranger Snipers. Speed 612, shooter 4, assault 5, armor 5, 1 health, nerve 4, height 2, unit strength 2, 100 points. Anti-grav, control fire, scout and stealthy. You get 4 snipers and a leader. The leader's got a laser carbine and basic assault weapons. The 4 snipers have got sniper rifles, which I've already talked about for the Rangers, and they got basic assault weapons. You can upgrade 1 sniper to be a comms unit. Like I said with the others, this is a no-brainer. You all auto include it. I mean, what does it do? Benefit the drills. It'll work for that. Fire and manoeuvre, it'd work for that, but it's not really going to be that effective. Old Faithfuls, that's not bad. Actually, Old Faithful would be a really good one for it. Be a really good one. Battle Scarred, nah. Benefit of the drills and Old Faithfuls is probably your best orders to use. You can replace the squad leader's laser rifle with a laser carbine with a sniper rifle for 10 points, which I always do. Sniper rifles have got targeting systems, so you can shoot each sniper rifle at a different target. Plus, if you do hit, they've also got pinning on them. So, yeah, that's really, really powerful. Plus, you can also target special weapons and drones with sniper rifles. So, it might be worth keeping an eye on it. Ranger snipers are good. They're always going to be really effective. 36-inch range means you can keep them in a building and they'll help protect your rest of your force no end. Just be careful, because yes, they've got stealthy, and if they're in cover they're going to be really hard to take down, but when they are, you are going to feel it. Next you have the Ranger Tank Hunters. They've got the same stats as the Ranger Snipers, but they are 110 points for 5. They've got anti-grav, controlled fire, scout and stealthy. You get 1 leader and 4 tank hunters. They come with laser carbines, which I've gone over, and thermal mines, which are melee weapons, 2 dice, AP4 and tank devastating D2. So yeah, against heavily armoured units and tanks and big armoured units, it's going to be really powerful. These are going to be something you'd probably take against Forge Fathers a fair bit. I mean, what have we got here? The Battle Scarred command is going to be really effective. Going to be really, really effective. You can replace one of the tank hunters' laser carbines with a flame for 10 points or a thermal rifle for 10 points. It's range 12, 1 dice, AP4, anti-tank, devastating 2. So basically you've got a ranged version of the thermal mines, although it does devastating 2 instead of 1 or 2 devastating. Yeah, I'd probably take the thermal rifle instead of, although the flamer, if you go against a heavily armoured infantry unit, taking the flamers might not be a bad option. You can have a comms unit, which always take the comms unit. You don't never leave home without comms unit, always. Next we have the GC.P.S medic. Speed 612, shooter 5, assault of 6, armor 5, 1 health, nerve 5, height 2, unit strength 1, 30 points. Get medic, small arm 3. So if you've got you've got 3 or less models in the unit, it's -1 to shoot them. Suppressive fire. Comes with a laser pistol, which is 12-inch range, 1 dice, trademark, and basic assault weapons. You can add up to 4 Marines for 6 points each, so that is 74 points for doing that. And you can add a Medibot drone for 10 points, which increases the range of medic keyword to 12-inch. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Having said that, though, you practically need to take this for this to be really effective. You kind of need to put him in a mule, to be honest. You could have these in a mule, drive around, get near an enemy, get near a unit, and have the healing going off. It's not a bad option. I wouldn't use too many medics because yes, they don't use too many points, but you are going to find that they are going to die pretty quickly. So maybe I'd say 2 medics at most. But if you do take medics, you're going to have to take the medbot, because having a range of 12 on medic is going to do so much benefit to you. So much benefit. Next we have the TAC Drones. Speed 612, shooter 4, assault of 6, armor 6, 3 health, nerve 5, height 2, unit strength 1, 50 points. Bulking construct. You get 1 TAC drone, which has got an autocannon, which I've already been over, and basic assault weapons. You can add up to 2 for 45 points each. That is 140 points for 3. Which one would be the leader? Because that's how it works. Up to 3, including the leader, may replace their autocannons with a heavy laser rifle for 5 points, 24-inch range, 3 dice, AP2 anti-tank, missile launcher for 10 points, which I've already been over, or 0-1 command, so only one of the TAC drones can be a command, which is 15-inch. Gets rid of its ranged weapon, but gives inspiring and tactician 1 black dice. Gives a bit of support option, I guess. Yeah, why not? Gives you extra command dice, which is always helpful. And having inspiring, maybe. I suppose if you want cheap inspiring, so that would be 65 points to have cheap inspiring. Yeah, It's an option. I'd probably just have one with the command. I probably wouldn't have three. Reason being is you are lowering the effectiveness of their range weapons. That's just a personal thing, but that's why I think on that. Next we have the Riot Troopers. Speed 612, Shooter 4, Assault 5, Armour of 6, 1 health, Nerve 4, Height 2, Unit Strength 2, 75 points. Countercharge and defensible. You get 5 Riot Troopers, 1's a leader, 4 normal ones. They get a Riot Gun, which is 12-inch range, 2 dice, knockback, and a Riot Mace, which is assault weapon, 3 dice. You can add a drone, which is a TAC Drone, which I've just been over. And you can replace the TAC Drone's autocannon with either a heavy laser rifle, missile launcher, or command drone. I mean, this is one way to get inspiring near the unit, I guess. It's 20 points to do this. So 35 points to have the command variant. That would be 110 points to do that. You only get 5 Riot Troopers. I thought you'd have the option to have 10, but okay, why not? I'd have thought also these have an assault of 4, which is weird, but you know, whatever. These are essentially your dedicated close combat unit. Battle Scarred is a good order to use on them. Amplified energy packs. Actually, what's the range of them? 12-inch range on the Riot Gun, so having them range 18. They've got 2 dice each, so that's 10. Shooting on 4s. That's not bad. They've got an armour of 6 and they've got defensible, so they've got durability on this side. You only get 5 for 75 points, so gotta watch it there. Finally, for the specialist, we have the Wolverine APC. Speed 612, Shooter 5, Assault of 6, Armour 7, 5 health, Nerve 5, Height 4, Unit Strength 1, 70 points. Capacity 10, tracked and vehicle. Comes with 2 Sponson mounted Riot Guns, which are 12-inch range, 2 dice and knockback, and has ramming as its melee, which is 2 dice, AP 1. You can add smoke launchers for 10 points, gain smoke stealth, gains smoke stealth only, 1 shot. So 60 points to do that. It's 1 use only for the smoke. I can see a point in that. I can see a point to give you a bit of defensive capability. I can see the point. This is where you'd have your big units in, well, sort of big units. You couldn't have anything bigger than a 10 unit in Marines, unfortunately. What would you put in here? What would you put in? Rangers, you might put Rangers in there. Veterans is actually probably the best bet, to be honest. Shooting on 4s with grenade launchers, I don't think that's a bad option at all, actually. You could have a unit in Marines, so you can take advantage of the overwhelm. That's an option. Plus, being that it's armour 7 with 5 health means your opponent's going to have to use really heavy weapons to be able to dint it a fair bit. It's short range with the guns though, you've got to be careful on that. You've really got to be careful on that. On to the sport, starting on page 117. First one is the GC.P.S. Strider. Speed 612, Shooter 5, Assault 5, Armour 7, 5 health, Nerve 5, Height 4, Unit Strength 1, 80 points. Control fire, heavy armour, vehicle and walker. The assault weapons on each Strider, apart from one, is 3 dice, AP 1. The basic one is the heavy support Strider, which comes with a heavy burst laser, 24-inch range, 6 dice, AP 1, pinning. That's going to hurt a bit. Even on things like Enforcers and Forge Fathers, that's going to sting. Can upgrade to a veteran pilot for 10 points, gains the marksman keyword, rolling ones for shooting. But all them comm units, it's alright, I guess. It's alright. You can replace the Heavy Support Strider with the Urban Assault Strider. It comes with a Heavy Flamer, range 12, 4 dice, AP 1, it burns, and it comes with a Chainsaw, which is Assault Weapon, 4 dice, AP 3, Frenzy 1. That's not bad. It's a good close combat unit. It's got heavy armour, armour 7, 5 hit points, sorry. So unless your opponent's using a dedicated close combat unit, it's just going to shred. Finally, you can swap the Heavy Support Strider with a Tank Buster Strider for 20 points. Polaris Cannon is 24-inch range, 2 dice, AP4, anti-tank, devastating D2+1. Yikes. The assault weapon is just the same as their Heavy Support Strider. Each of them have their uses. The Heavy Burst Laser one is good at anti-infantry. The Heavy Flame one and Chainsaw one is good for close combat. The Tank Buster Strider is good for anti-armour and kind of anti-infantry as well, to a point. They all have their uses. It's 100 points just to give it a Polaris Cannon, which, you know, it's not a bad way to go. Height 4 means you're going to see a fair bit. It's really useful against tanks. You've also got the heavy weapons teams as well, if you really don't want to just go full on with the Polaris Cannon, but it's another option you've got. It's another option. Next we have the Ajax Strider. Speed 612, Shooter 5, Assault 5, Armour 8, 5 health, Nerve 5, Height 4, Unit Strength 1, 105 points. Controlled fire, defensible, heavy armour, vehicle and walker. So its assault weaponry is AP2, 6 dice. This is a monster in close combat. It's got a Grav Ram Spear, which is range 12, 2 dice, AP2, blast D4. So it's 25 points more than the Urban Assault Strider, and it's just better. Yes, it's not got as many dice in close combat, and it's not got it burns on it, but I mean, oh, and it's not AP3 in close combat, it's only AP2, but it's got more dice. I don't know what to tell you. If you want a close combat Strider, just go for the Ajax Strider. The Urban Assault Strider, it's just not really worth it in the long run. It's just not really worth it. The other two Striders I can see the point of, but the Urban Assault Strider compared with the Ajax Strider, just pay the extra 25 points and just use an Ajax. Just do that. Next we have the Hornet Gunship. Or Hornet Dropship, not Gunship. Speeds 12-18, Shooter 5, no assault, Armour 7, 5 health, Nerve of 5, Height 6, Unit Strength 0, 80 points. Capacity 12, Fly, Targeting Systems and Vehicle. Comes with a Rotary Cannon, which is 18-inch range, 4 dice, AP 1. You can add Correctional Stabilizers, gives it the Headstrong keyword, which, considering how much anti-aircraft weapons there are, it's probably auto-include. It can replace its Rotary Cannon with one of the following for 10 points. A Laser Cannon, which I've been over, or a Missile Launcher, which I've been over. So basically, do you want the Rotary Cannon, which is a pretty good anti-infantry weapon, or do you want to go for the Laser Cannon, which is an anti-tank weapon, or a Missile Launcher, which is an anti-aircraft weapon? Your choice. Can reduce its transport capacity by 2 to add pinnacle mounted dual laser carbines for 10 points. They're 18-inch range, 2 dice, blaze weight and trademark. Gives you extra shooting options, and because it's got targeting systems you can shoot each one at something different because it's got 2. You've got extra weapons, I suppose that's not bad. problem I've got with the GC.P.S version of the Hornet Dropship is that its shooting capabilities is a bit naff. Transport's great, but you might as well have a Wolverine APC. It's going to last a bit longer, to be honest. Because the Hornet is just going to get shot out of the sky by near enough anything. Even if it's got AP on it, I mean, Forge Fathers ain't going to care. Oh, I need five. I've got -1 hit. Oh, now I need 5s. That's not really much of an issue for them. So I don't really rate the Hornet Dropship. It's a shame because it is a great model, but I don't rate it. Yes, you can fly over to objectives really easily, but the risk in it is just too great. If you put any of the Ranger units in there, then if the Hornet Dropship dies, then they ain't gonna die. They're just gonna get pinned because they've got anti-grav. But if a unit ain't got anti-grav that's stuck in there when it dies, they're dead too. So it's risky. It's very risky. Next we have the Oner artillery vehicle. Oh, I see. It's a Mule with a multiple missile pod on it. I know what that is. Speed 612, shoot of 5, armor 6. Sorry, shoot of 5, assault of 6, armor 6, 5 health, nerve 4, height 4, unit strength 1, 145 points. Slow reload, vehicle and wheeled. Its melee weapon is ramming, 2 dice AP 1. It's got multiple missile launchers, which you've got 2 options to choose from when you fire. So they're both 36-inch range. The thermal missiles are 2 dice, AP 3, indirect, anti-tank, devastating 2. The shrapnel missiles are 5 dice, indirect, blast D2 and pinning. So this is essentially jack of all trades against anti-armour and anti-infantry. It's risky taking it in some sense because yes, it's got 5 health, but it's only armour 6 and it's not got heavier armour. So it can be taken down quite quickly. Plus it's not that fast. So you've got to be careful. But you have got 36-inch range on you, so you've got a bit of distance before the enemies get to you. I'd probably take no more than 1. But, you know, 36-inch range, 5 dice on the shrapnel missiles, and it's got pinning on it. That's not bad. That's not bad. And it's indirect too. They're both indirect. So hide it behind a building and fire volleys over. That's not bad. That's not a bad option. I'll probably risk taking 1, maybe 2 at most. Maybe 2 at most. Bronco armoured car is next. Speed 915, shoot 5, assault of 6, armour 7, 5 health, nerve 4, height 4, unit strength 1, assault 120 points. Evade, heavy armour, vehicle and wheeled. Ramming is just the same as the Oner artillery vehicle because it's on the same chassis essentially. You get the Type 25 cannon, which, like the Oner weapon, you get 2 options when you fire it. They both got 24-inch range. Guided penetrator shells are 3 dice, AP 4, anti-tank, marksman, devastating D2. Another anti-tank weapon you can choose from. It's got less range, but the AP is greater and it's got an extra dice on it. It's alright. Fragmentation shells are 2 dice, AP 1, blast D4 and pinning. So it's basically a cheaper, faster and actually more durable version of the Oner. But the Oner has got long range and you've got indirect, so you can fire things over. Yeah. You can also add adaptive camouflage, which gives it stealthy, for 10 points. I'd probably go for the Bronco, to be honest. With stealth, it's 15 points cheaper, you've got less range, yes, and you haven't got indirect, but you're faster, you've got more armour, and you've got stealthy, so you've got a bit of a cover advantage. go for that all day long. Oh, the Oner's got slow reload, so if you move and shoot, You're at -1, so you'd need 6s. Yeah, go for the Bronco. Just go for the Bronco. I've never seen the younger look any good, to be honest, but I think that's just a me thing, to be honest. Next we have the Hornet Gunship. Speed 12-18, shooter 5, no assault, armor 7, 5 health, nerve 4, height 6, unit strength 0, 110 points. So it's 30 points more than the dropship. Fly, evade, targeting systems and vehicle. Comes with 3 rotary cannons, which I've just been over. Except these rotary cannons have got marksman on it. The one on the dropship has not. You can add correctional stabilizer for 10 points. Yes. You can place 1 rotary cannon with a laser cannon for 10 points or a missile launcher for 10 points. They're not a bad option, especially when you've got targeting systems, so you can target the laser cannon or missile launcher on an aircraft or a armoured vehicle or something. And then you've got 2 rotary cannons that have got 4 dice each, so 8 shots, essentially firing at something else if you want, or if you want to split fire, you've got that. I just go with the 3 rotary cannons because it looks so cool. It looks so cool. The gunship has basically got the same problems as the dropship in that, yes, it's got armor 7, but the anti-aircraft capabilities is going to hurt it. But you've got enough guns that you'll probably last a couple of turns before it dies, and with that, it's worth the 30 points more than the dropship easily. The dropship may not be an auto include for a lot of armies, but it's certainly a vehicle that I would recommend. Finally, we have the Wolverine tank. Speed 6-12, shoot 5, assault of 6, armor 8, 6 health, nerve 5, height 4, unit strength 1, 135 points. Heavy armor tracked vehicle. It's got laser carbine sponsons, which are 18-inch range, 2 dice, blaze away. Its melee weapon is ramming, which is 2 dice, AP 1. It comes with a 150mm smooth bore cannon, which, like a lot of vehicles, has 2 firing options. Penetrator shells and the fragmentation spells are both 14 to 8-inch range. Penetrator shells are 3 dice, AP 4, anti-tank, devastating 2. While the fragmentation shells are 3 dice, AP 1, blast D4 and pinning. So you've got 3 dice, blast D4, so you could potentially do 12 shots off with pinning. I'm not going to say that's can hurt a lot, but it can hurt a lot. The penetrator shells is a pretty decent anti-tank weapon, let's face it. It's just a good vehicle, isn't it? I like the model, although the instructions are horrible. I'll try and link below to my instructions I did to build the Wolverine. I like the Wolverine. It's a really good kit. It's pretty cheap to buy. You can buy it on its own from Mantic Direct, or you can buy a squadron of 3, which, why not? I've got 2. I really want to use them. Plus you don't have to glue the top of the hull down. You can leave it open so you can see the inside detail, which is nice. You can add smoke launchers for 10 points. It's just same as the Wolverine APC. Maybe. Smoke's not bad. Smoke's not bad at all. Gives you a bit of defensive capability, but it is one shot, so you're going to have to be careful of when you use it. And finally, the commands starting on page 120. First one is the Marine Lieutenant. Speed 6-12, shoot 5, assault 5, armor 5, 2 health, nerve 4, height 2, unit strength 1, 45 points. Inspiring, small unit 3, which, as I've been over, if you have 3 or less models in this unit, they're a bit harder to hit for shooting. Suppressive fire tactician, 1 black dice. Command order, move out, aura, and uses 2 command points. All friendly troop and command units within 9 inch may make an advance order if their first action was steady aim. So, okay. So hang on, steady aim, so that's basically a long action shoot where you ignore one penalty for shooting, and then with this command order you get to move. Okay, that's not bad, gets you a bit of mobility, that's not bad at all. Comes with laser pistol and basic assault weapons, which 1 dice in melee. Add up to 9 Marines for 6 points each. That is 54, 99 points. If my maths is correct, which I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it's 99 points to do that. Or add up to 4 veterans for 11 points each. So that's 89 points to do that. I'd probably go for the veterans, but always keep the small unit thing in tow, so just have 2 veterans so you can have the small unit thing going off. Of course, if you want to put the lieutenant in a transport, maybe adding 9 Marines, you can have a little unit, maybe putting all 10 in a Wolverine APC ain't a bad way to go about it, actually. That's perhaps not a bad thing to do. It is a command, so the command order would work on that. So, it's an option. It's an option. The command order, that'd be really good on Marines and recruits, to be honest. Veterans, not so much, but it'll have its uses, obviously. Unless I've misunderstood this will work on Wolverines as well. So, yeah, it'll get you closer to objectives, or if you want to move into a building, it'll work with that as well. Next is the Ranger Lieutenant. Speed 612, Shooter 4, Assault 5, Armour 5, 2 health, Nerve 4, Height 2, Unit Strength 1, 65 points. Anti-Grav, Inspiring Scout, Small Unit 3, Stealthy Tactician 2, 2 black dice. Command Order, Combat Tactics, it's an aura, 1 command point. All friendly Ranger units within 12 inch gain Vicious in shooting and weight fire 2. It's alright. The best thing about it is the best thing about the Ranger Lieutenant is Stealthy and Tactician 2 black dice. That's really the best thing about it. The command order helps Rangers, yeah, that is definitely true, but even with that, it's all right. Quite honestly, the Vicious reroll 1s to wound. It's all right. It's all shades of all right, to be honest. Comes with a laser pistol and the Danger Gauntlet, which is 2 dice, AP2. Has seismic and it's a melee weapon. You can replace the laser pistol with an Necrotic shotgun, which is 12 inch range, 3 dice, pinning, and it's 5 points to do that. Yeah, I'd do that if I'm taking one. I'd definitely do that. Add up to 4 Rangers for 15 points each, so that's 60. That's 125 points. Well, if you're going all hog, why not? Or add up to 2 Ranger Sniper Rifles for 25 points each. That is 115 points to do that. I'd be tempted to do that, to be honest. I'd be tempted to do that. Extra snipers ain't bad. Slightly expensive though, so you've got to be careful of that. Although if an enemy's coming in close, you've got the Energy Gauntlet to mow them down a bit. So, I don't know, there might be a point there. Next we have the Marine Major. Speed 612, Shooter 5, Assault 5, Armour 5, 2 health, Nerve 4, Height 2, Unit Strength 1, 70 points. Small unit 3, tactician 1, red dice, very inspiring. Command order, on your feet soldier, 1 command point to use. 2 friendly units within 15 inch may remove a pin marker they have. That's not bad, there's a lot of pinning weapons out there. This is really effective. Gives a red command dice, that's going to help a fair bit. Comes with a laser pistol and a sword, which is a melee weapon, 1 dice, AP1. Can up to 4 marines for 6 points each, or 4 veterans for 11 points each. Personally, I'd ignore the small unit thing for this and just go whole hog on veterans. Reason being is you're shooting on 4s, and if they die, he's still alive. It's 44 points to have that, so it's 114 points for them and him, or 94 points for 4 marines and him. Again, I'd still go whole hog and have a full squad of 4 with him, to be honest, just so you get the extra shots and extra durability before it gets taken down. Kill his 4 blokes, there's always going to be some more before he goes down, so why not? His order's not bad. You are going to have to get within, it's 15 inch, so you've got a bit of range on it. It's got a bit of range on his order. There is going to be some units pinned, so I think it's going to have its uses. Plus it means you don't have to use the hit the dirt action, so there's that on it. I think it has its uses. I think it's pretty decent. Next we have the Ford Observer. Speed 612, shoot of 4, assault of 4, armour 6, 3 health, nerve of 3, height 2, unit strength 1, 75 points. Anti-grav, inspiring, scout, stealthy, tactician, 2 black dice. It has 2 command orders. The first one is on point. It's an aura and it uses 2 command points. Any friendly unit targeting any units within 12 inch of this model can ignore the -1 hit order for that unit if it's in cover. That is pretty decent. It means you don't have to use what's the order called? Hang on, I had it a minute ago. Yeah, you don't have to use a steady aim action if you use this order. It does use 2 command points though, so you've got to be careful of that. And it won't remove stealthy or any other penalty. So if it's just cover that you're worried about, yeah, why not? Next one is First Strike. It's an aura again, 2 command points. All friendly units within 12 inch may add 6 to any ranged weapon, excluding weapons with it burns keyword, when performing a steady aim action. Okay, that's not bad. So if you've got him near some recruits, they've got 24 inch range on their rifles, and you can have 20 of them in a unit. Yeah, it's nasty. I mean, even on shotguns, riot guns and thermal rifles, it's going to be painful. It's going to be painful. He comes with a Gedling 45 laser rifle, which is 18 inch range, 2 dice trademark, and comes with an energy gauntlet. You can add up to 4 additional Enforcer Pathfinders for 24 points each. Maybe gives you a bit of durability and accuracy on the unit, so or add up to 2 additional Enforcer Pathfinders with sniper rifles for 34 points each. It's not cheap, but it's so good, so yeah, I'd probably give it a go, to be honest. I'd probably give it a go. You can replace the Ford Observer's laser rifle and energy gauntlet with a sniper rifle and basic assault weapons for 10 points. If you're taking the Enforcer Pathfinders with sniper rifles, yes, always do this. Although if you're just going for just its normal loadout, maybe just go for the basic Pathfinders. It hasn't got small unit on it, so just go for the whole hog of the 4. It is expensive though, isn't it? 48, 80, 96, 171 points to take him and 4 Pathfinders. It's not cheap, is it? It's probably effective though. It's probably effective. It's 68, 113. Wait, hang on, is that right? No, 100 and hang on, 143. Yeah, 143 points to have. No, 153 points to have him with the sniper rifle and 2 Pathfinder snipers. Yeah, it's not cheap, but it is quite powerful. I won't take him in games of less than 1,200 points, to be honest, because it just eats up your points. Finally, we have the Canis command vehicle, and you can only have one of these in your army. Speed 915, shooter 4, assault of 6, armour 7, 6 health, nerve 4, height 4, unit strength 0, 105 points. Evade tactician 1 green dice vehicle, very inspiring, wheeled. Command order is network targeting systems, aura 1 command point. All friendly vehicle units within 12 inch gain weight fire 1 on all weapons. That it? That's not really that great of an order, to be honest. I was expecting a bit more than that. But whatever. Comes with ramming, which is assault weapon 2 dice AP1. And it comes with an autocannon as standard, which, yeah, it's pretty decent. And you can replace it with a laser cannon for 15 points. Canis command vehicle, very inspiring, with 6 hit points, armour 7, green dice tactician with an autocannon. And I can see the point, but 105 points, there's a better way to get all of that, to be honest. Yes, you're spending more points, but you're getting more stuff. So, Canis command vehicle, for Annihilation games, yeah, why not? But for other games, normal games, I don't know. The GC.P.S has a lot of infantry units that can swarm an enemy with numbers, backed by a lot of armour. They do have close combat units, but they are limited in what you can take and how many you can have in units. Most of your close combat is from big armour, and really that's kind of it, unless you used orders to get them in close combat. They have pretty decent sniper capabilities. Their main downside is that they are a bit weak in close combat, and their nerve is a little bit weak unless you have commanders nearby. Speaking of commanders, you are going to have to rely on them a hell of a lot unless you use the comlinks, in which case, if you've got them, always take them. If you haven't got them, you are going to need commanders like Oner, more than a lot of other armies. But that's kind of how the GC.P.S work. The commanders are slightly cheaper than a fair few others, but that's so you can take a fair few and just dot them around all over the place. Their heavy armour is standard accuracy, nothing standing out a bit, but they can mechanise quite easily. So, that's it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye for now.